Some 5 months ago, Governor Peter Mbah actually promised to do some partnerships with Nortra Tractors. And he said that in a ceremony where they were launching the site, that's the assembly site of tractors.
What we have gathered here to do today is not a mere symbolic act. It is certainly an act that takes us closer to actualizing the dream of having at least 1,000 tractors in Enugu by next year. Our vision in agriculture transcends the traditional notion of manual farming. We want to scale our agriculture to an industrial scale. We want to be able to ensure that we do not only produce or indeed crops that will just be sufficient for us to eat. We see agriculture as an export commodity, and so this is indeed the beginning of actualizing that dream. Initiative like what you are doing with Nortra not only creates employment opportunities, but it also stimulates our economy. It boosts that growth that we're expecting, that economic growth we're expecting to achieve here in Enugu. So we see this as opening a wide door of opportunities for our teeming young people to get upskilled and also to get constructively engaged.
It's quite unprecedented because there's virtually no governor that has thought around this before, even across the southeast. I mean, tell me one governor who has established a center where you can assemble tractors for agriculture. You can't find it, in fact. You can't find it. I can't even remember in the south where we have that. But he took the bull by the horn and had a partnership with Nortra, and they give them a place in Enugu here where they'll be assembling the tractors in Enugu. So the idea around it is, after even when the tractor spoils, because sometimes when tractors spoil, it's usually a huge problem in trying to fix it, trying to repair it. But if you have the assembly site in Enugu, when a tractor never really spoils. I mean, anything that spoils, you can go back and replace it. So that's the idea around it. So there's a site which is almost complete, and there are already 100 tractors delivered to Enugu State to boost agriculture. Now the governor knows that it's important to have agriculture boosted. Agriculture is important to every economy. Go and check every economy beyond what is trending right now with tech, with the money market and the likes. We know that agriculture is also the mainstay of most economies that are thriving today. If you look at America, look at China, look at Australia, Germany, most of the agricultural products are actually one of the bases of their exchange in terms of buying powers. That's what they export more, and then that's what they feed on. I mean, people would eat. And because people will eat, agriculture is also one of the things that people would venture in order for people to eat. So knowing this and having this background, having this knowledge, he says, look, we know how important tractor is to everybody and to our farmers and to the survival of tomorrow's future. So why don't we just get this, instead of purchasing tractors? I mean, the government can just, get tractors from around the world, deliver them down here, and then hand over to farmers. But right now, it is not like that anymore. The assemblage of tractors in Nigeria, in Enugu, is unprecedented. It will not only give our team new jobs, it would also, more than anything else, create an economy around that. It create a chain of reaction and a chain of processes around that. So there's a lot around that, because again, if you look at how agriculture has been touted, we've seen over time how agriculture, people, countries around the world make it a mainstay of their economy. I can only imagine with this feat in Enugu, how crops would be grown, and how food crops would be exported, and how the Enugu economy would be boosted with the kinds of monies will be made from these kinds of agricultural investment. I can also imagine the extent of the amount of people who would be employed. 1,000. Okay, for the first phase, say 100. 100 persons are going to drive that truck. It's not going to be parked somewhere. 100 persons are going to drive it. 100 persons who didn't know how to drive, who didn't know how it feels like to even drive tractors. They're going to have it. If they're going to lease it, they're going to be leasing it for something that is at least fairly okay for them to use, for their farms, and then get returns for the state government. So I can just imagine the ripple effect that this would have in the economy of Enugu State. This is unprecedented. Now, let's listen to 5 months ago where the governor made a speech around this particular assembly site that is almost completed. And then we'll also show you 100 tractors that are already been distributed, already been given to the state. And the next phase will be launching it and then employing people. And then if there are farmers, private farmers, industrial farmers, people who want to go into that agricultural sector, it's very easy. You wouldn't have to think of where to buy tractors. You wouldn't have to think of where to lease tractors. It's easy. You go to the Ministry of Agriculture, you can get your lease there. If it spoils, you know where to go to get it fixed. Look, this is unprecedented. Are you sure 4 years, 8 years will be enough for this guy to do what he wants to do? I think I've lost count as to the things that this guy has been doing. What I'm doing is kind of deliberate, because I want to know where this is headed, where this is going, because it is stunning what this guy is doing. Let me know what you think, though. I'd love to hear from you. Well, thanks for watching, though. I'll see you on the next one.
A bold vision is taking shape in the heart of Enugu State. A new era is being paved, quite literally, as the Peter Mbah administration delivers on its promise to redefine infrastructure and digital innovation. Here, along the long-anticipated dual carriageway leading to the futuristic Enugu Smart City, construction machines roll to the life day and night. This is not just a road, it's a runway to the future. Twin bridges, bold, beautiful, and built to last, now span across previously impassable terrains, almost ready to welcome thousands of vehicles. The signal a new kind of journey, a journey towards possibility. This is not ordinary road construction. Every inch of this highway has been engineered with vision. Covered drainage channels to combat flooding, modern street lighting to ensure nighttime safety, and an intelligent network of surveillance cameras to guarantee security and seamless traffic management. But what lies at the end of this remarkable road? The new Enugu Smart City, a digital wonderland designed to power innovation, attract global investment, and create thousands of tech-driven jobs. A city where broadband infrastructure meets world-class living, and where the youth of Enugu will find new frontiers to conquer. This road is only a piece of the puzzle. Under the Peter Mbah's leadership, Enugu is witnessing an infrastructure renaissance. Water now flows in taps that were once dry thanks to the 180-day water revolution. Health centers are being upgraded with digital health records and smarter emergency response systems. Education is going digital with smart classrooms, broadband-enabled learning, and teacher retraining programs. Farmers are now entrepreneurs connected to markets through technology, with over 100,000 hectares being prepped for agro-industrial development, and the 100 tractors being procured. in a robust partnership with Nortra Tractors. This is not just governance, this is transformation. This is not just a highway, it is a getaway to a new Enugu. And as the twin bridges rise and the smart city draws closer, one message becomes crystal clear. The future is no longer a dream, it is being built right before our own eyes.
Particular story I want to track back a little bit. I remember that sometime in January, the Enugu State Government partnered with the Landmark Group in order to redevelop the Nike Lake Resort into a world-class holiday and leisure destination through a 35-year lease agreement. The Landmark Group plans to invest an initial 10 billion naira to upscale this resort's facilities, which will include redesigning rooms, adding luxury spas, waterfront villas, and various recreational amenities. The redevelopment is expected to generate over 5,000 direct and indirect jobs and attract local, diaspora, and international tourists, boosting Enugu State's internally generated revenue (IGR). The deal will see the 150-hectare Nike Lake Resort transformed into a modern, high-end getaway, offering premium accommodation and top-tier recreational experiences. The transformation is a part of Landmark Group's commitment to creating luxury leisure destinations across Africa. The partnership is expected to create significant financial benefits for Enugu State, including job creation and increased tourism revenue. So that's actually the summary of what this partnership would actually do. But I really don't know if you have visited Nike Lake Resort. Up until when Ugochi Madueke became the MD of that particular hotel, the hotel was in comatose, and that's largely because of our culture. We're in love with good things, but we have a culture of not maintaining good things, and that's the truth. I can give you several examples. So from our stadiums to government-owned offices. Just try as much as you can to go to any government offices that you know about. It is crazy. It doesn't look like human beings live there, except for very few. The ones that you can say maybe IRS, that is the Inland Revenue Service, the federal parastatal, then their governments. When you go to the offices, you could tell a little bit that these guys, in some way, are doing okay compared to their state counterparts. It is crazy. It is telling. It's nothing to write home about. Now, government knows over time that they're not people who can manage business. And in fact, so many persons have said that there's no business in government running business. That sometimes you just have to leave it to the professionals to run businesses for you. A hotel business is actually a proper business. Nike Lake Resort is a historic site, very close to the river, and I can only imagine what that place can become if that place is properly harnessed. As in, you'll be stunned at what that place can give us in terms of revenue for the state. And up until Ugo Madueke